Kids who grow up with emotionally intense parents, parents who got mad a lot, who lost their temper, who were critical and controlling, or just everything always had to be just so, can really struggle with what I call low-key hypervigilance. Here are some questions to ask yourself, and we'll talk more about it at the end. Are you ready? Number one, you find yourself often wanting to avoid social interactions. And when you do set things up, you almost always wish that you hadn't said yes. And up until the very last minute, you kind of don't want to go. And then you go, you have an okay time, but it's exhausting as soon as you get home. Number two, you take things really personally. Even if you don't outwardly show it, you're always thinking, yeah, what did I do wrong? This is something to do with me. Your go-to is never, oh, this might be about them. You over-focus on a person's facial expressions and tone of voice, and you're highly sensitive to shifts and changes. It always seems like even if it's just in your mind or in the relationship, you're always sort of pissed at somebody. Even in close relationships, you're easily annoyed, and oftentimes you don't even express it, you stuff it down, but you're holding like mini grudges more than you really want to admit. Sometimes you just seem to have these emotional outbursts, or these ways of being emotionally reactive that on the surface don't seem to make any sense. You just feel really down or suddenly feel hopeful, but not a lot in between. You always assume, no matter what is happening, as good as it may be, that the worst is about to come, no matter what. You really can't lean into good things. You're highly sensitive to things like sound, like the sound of people chewing, breathing, and then you're even more sensitive, or as sensitive, I should say, as sensitive to crowds and large, loud noises. You're easily startled, and there's something about being with a lot of people that's really distressing inside, even if you can kind of get through it. And lastly, you just worry. You're just a worrier. You're always thinking about what's coming next, what could happen next, what you need to do next. You cannot turn off that worrying. So if all of these feel true for you, and you had really emotionally inconsistent, unreliable, or unsafe parents, you have to know that this lives in your body, that it's not just you thinking like, I should just stop being this way. We have to start with learning how to calm and soothe the hypervigilance in our bodies through breathing techniques, through mindfulness, through progressive muscle relaxation. I'm going to start talking more about this in my kitchen series about remothering ourselves, because we didn't get a parent mirroring how to calm, how to soothe, how to relax. We had to be on guard at all times. And that kept us safe and served us well, but it is a very stressful way to go through life. So we're going to talk about